Hello everybody. I've got literally a sub goal working today. It's wonky and doesn't fit, but it works. Because I can't figure out how to set it up correctly. Oh dear. Word of advice, by the way, to pretty much everybody. Don't start sending me Discord messages telling me I'm live, because I don't accidentally, you know, open up all of my streaming software, set up a stream, get a thumbnail, title a stream, and then accidentally hit it live. I know, it's like Times New Roman, it's hilariously bad. It just does not... Oh, it can go... Oh, I can actually make it smaller, hang on. I was a bit worried that it might look a bit small, but now I've seen it with the stream working. Yeah, it's a bit big. There we go. Now it actually fits inside the little square. Howdy now, Chris and Matt. Where did I find that? Chris sent it to me. Off his website, Chris Plays Games. Which is totally Chris's real website. Excuse me, Mr. Deer, could you... There we go. I was really tempted to talk about the 6M in today's video, but I realized that to go live before the fact sheets. So I had to kind of... I was literally just about to talk about it. I was like, oh, hang on, the fact sheets won't be up by the time this goes live. Never mind. So what did you guys think of the fact sheets today? Were they as interesting as I promised? Did you have an interest in the fact sheets? Because I wasn't expecting that much stuff that we didn't see before. Like, Landy was saying, I found out the Blue Yokos. Yes, it's on the website. It is actually a bale shredder. But it's not what I thought it was. I thought it was a 3-point bale shredder. It's actually a front loader mounted bale shredder. So that's kind of interesting in itself. Looks like 17 shaders. Totally, Matt. That didn't take long, Landy. Oh yeah, I gave you guys the colour red yesterday, didn't I? As a hint of what was in the fact sheets, and nobody actually guessed that it was the feed mixer. The setup for Bell Live is best. That is such an atrocious colour on the wheel loader. I know that it's the real colour, but it actually hurts my eyes. It's actually just painfully yellow. Hey, and how you doing today, dude? Those bale textures, oh, the silage bale textures, they are nice. Actually, all the textures are nice. But that color choice is all down to New Holland. I ain't blaming Giants for one bit of it. Let's just get this up into the scooped poop shed. Because we're gonna have more manure than that little bunker can handle. So I figure it makes sense to have a shed dedicated to poop. I heard your eyes webcam off, please. So Matt, what you're saying is if I were to do, I think it's this scene, it would be totally better. You know, just webcam only. Remember you? Yes, I do know I'm fan. You were in yesterday. You've been in for a few days now in a row. So let's get this poop scooped into the poopy scoopy shed. Bet you guys didn't know I had a scene set up just for webcam. Or that well, it's the scene from when I announced the Germany thing, and I just haven't got rid of it because I don't see the need. I might need to do videos in the future where I need that scene, so screw it. Facecam scene will stay. You just thought your 7-year-old cousin. That's impressive. Maybe you can teach him next time. I don't know if 800 kilos of manure is quite realistic for this, to be honest. I've done it before. I have used that scene before. Because I used it for the Germany announcement. I made it for the Germany announcement because I had facecam scenes before and it just bleh. I deleted them over time. Hey, FS Legend. So, spoilers for Landy's stream. He's going to be playing Forza today. And he's got some interesting plans. I'm going to be joining him with those plans. And it's going to be some fun. Have they confirmed 7530? Not to my knowledge, no. Hey, Jim says. Formula Appeal. With WhatsApp, what happened last night, we can basically do whatever we want now. Because there was a glitch that Matt pointed out to us last night, and at last count we both have 600 or 60 million credits. Matt has 109 million, and Simulate has, or had, 50 million. So we're gonna have some fun today. we can buy literally anything in the game. What's my favorite mod tractor for FS17? Probably the T-dubs. As much as Matt hates them, I quite like the T-dubs. Tracks on this look good. These are just the tracks stolen off the thingy. Yeah, that's. Did I buy Forza off Instant? No, I bought it off the Microsoft store or the Windows store. So this trailer, actually this trailer can stay up here too, so that I don't accidentally use it for something that's not manure. I swear I've heard this song on like radio or TV. So next plan is we're gonna just drive over here, grab the John Deere. We're gonna bring that over to the pigs and sort out the manure from there, because I do know they've got some pigs. Hey, Galcomp. How you doing today, dude? That was the wrong button. DJ's Aviation. Oh, that's... Yes! Thank you, Matt. That's where I've heard it. I knew I heard it somewhere recently. I'm doing good, Galcomp. Tired, which is good. Tired is good for me right now. I'm working on the long-ass process of actually sorting out my sleeping pattern, so tired is good. What am I doing? Playing Farming Simulator on the internet. Is that the answer you're looking for, or did you want something a bit more detailed? Yeah, you remember stuff that you don't need. I do as well, to be fair. Do I have the Ultimate Edition of Forza? Yeah. Spent a bit extra to save money over buying the normal edition and buying the like add-ons and stuff afterwards. In the game, where am I going? Down a road in a northerly direction. Now I'm going into the yard. See, going into the yard. I'm getting out of the tractor. I'm walking, and I swear that just started running in place. I'm gonna pick up the eggs. What? Apparently it's possible to break that trigger. $6M looks just wow, yeah. Giants have done... Oh, they didn't... There wasn't actually much manure here to pick up. So never mind, we're not going to pick up the manure down here because there's not really enough to be worth it being brought up to the shed. The pigs are throwing out more corn than they actually need, and that's slightly worrying. I was playing Fortnite. Now you see what this is actually Minecraft with a really good texture pack. How many pigs do I have? Not enough for it to show up at the top apparently. 15. 15 pigs. In combination with the 228 sheep and 100 cows, that's quite a few animals. So what I think we'll do next is we have all the silage out of the fields. We need to compact the clamp. We need to compact the silage down. We don't need to clamp it immediately, which is good. We can just leave it open for a while. If you plant corn 7 degrees in seasons, will it live? Yes. I planted the corn in that field back there at 4 degrees. So it will live. It's not going to just immediately go pop. I was told by a shadow box, and I don't know how true this is, I'd need to verify, but I was told that as long as the ground's not frozen, you're good. I'd need to verify that, but that's what I've been told at least. So yeah, manure grass field. I could do that actually, yeah. I meant to go to the sheep. I forgot to install the damn mod again because of internet problems caused me to forget things. Kept inside navigation, it worked well. Yeah, it is nice. It's a nice convenience mod. It doesn't... Like, I don't even count grazing mod as a cheat of sorts. It's just a convenience mod for dealing with the animals. And it makes it a bit more realistic than having to mow grass to give to the animals that are in a meadow. Hey, Crumble. Never works for you, dies if it's 1 degree off. That's really odd. It worked fine for me. As always with these things, your mileage may vary. Because mods can be weird. Mods can just do random stuff sometimes. Just realized I turned around when I was like here to go to the sheep, and I completely forgot that the cows also need the grass removing from their shed. What's my favorite tractor in this save? It's really between the deer that I'm using right now. Just in terms of like looks and quality. It's between the deer and the class, the two mods that I stole from Frontier. Sorry, borrowed from the Frontier server. are my two favorites just because they look the best. How many times have I driven... How many times have I driving into the culvert? What? 10 degrees germination for corn, yes. I'll return them. I might at some point. I was forgetting plants that's too early in seasons always grows. Yeah. Like, as long as the ground's not frozen, it should be okay. That's what I've been told, at least. That information might be wrong, and I might have just got lucky. So let's get the this silage pit clamped up. How much do we have? 300,000. Okay, yeah, we're just gonna cover this because we're not gonna need more than 300,000 liters of silage. Especially seeing as we've got pretty much the same amount in the other bunker. We're good for quite a while, I think. Where's the feed? I sold it off to buy the class. I swapped out the feed for the class, which has roughly the same amount of horsepower. It's just I prefer it. Might as well try it. Yeah, as long as it's within the seeding season. So, check your season's feedback page thingy. And if you're within that little green bar, it should be good. You should be okay. You should... Yeah, I kind of wish that was an option too, Bradley, but then it'd really complicate the maths that's going on for the silage. Because there's a bit of maths going on and stuff like that, so it'd really complicate that. So I can kind of understand why the silage works the way that it does in game. I want to say I'm doing quite well with this whole doing the silage somewhat properly, Lark. Cause like this looks good. Got a nice steep ramp going here. I mean, it is all kind of biased towards one side of the pit, but I don't mind that. There's a Kubota lawn tractor. It is... with Kubota? I don't have a Kubota. It's just occurred to me. You said Kubota. No, I don't have a Kubota. Hey, Spencer. In 4 fields of maize, time before. Yeah, you should always wait, but sometimes you can plant early and get lucky, I guess. That seems like what happened to me here. Was I planted a bit earlier than I should have, and just got lucky that the temperature went up quickly enough. I did. Not allowed to tab or teleport now. Thank you, autosave. I don't have a Kubota. This is a Husqvarna. That's a Husqvarna, not a Kubota. Hits are back in ones. Yeah, but I don't think that's anything really worth noting, Rob, because I think Giants are taking a few cues from mod maps. Because a few other things that are in there that I think have been taken from mod maps that are popular and people like. So I don't think there's any major thing to note from Giants making a few changes based on what's popular in the community. That's something they do on a fairly regular basis. Is they, especially now they've got much more of a link with the community with the Discord, and with them having Sim and VF going to Switzerland tomorrow. They're flying out to do the bale stacking thing. I feel like Giants have got more of a link with the community than they ever did, and honestly, for back in FS15 and definitely 13, that was the biggest complaint most people had about Giants, was that you'd hear about stuff, but there was never any way of hearing about like important updates. They just kind of drop. Everything else was just rumors and kind of, you know, oh, I've heard this is going to be in this, and you know, there's an update coming next week or something. Now you kind of, thanks to Lizardtan, entirely thanks to Lizardtan, and kind of Giants upping their game on the community side. Which, granted, it's not entirely down to Lizardtan, but Lizardtan definitely helped. Giants are much more community focused now. They're much more open than they ever were. You heard a rumor that Rob, I literally put out a video about that. That's not a rumor. If you bothered watching videos once every so often, you'd actually see that I had one out. Was it last week? Where I revealed the fact that, yes, I am going to Germany. In November. We hope we can run. Yeah, I really hope so. I really hope so too, Sim. Because that'd just be nice. The fact there's a bale unroller kind of hints that maybe we might be able to. You don't watch videos, you play Ark. You play Ark and you annoy everybody on Giants Discord. That's all you ever do. And you complain about wrestling. That's kind of the third thing you do. Whee! We're 2/3 compacted here. This is what streams are for, guys, is doing the boring stuff that isn't really worth going into a video, because I can at least talk to you guys while I do it. I kind of wish there was some sort of like steamroller mod that was just insanely heavy that you could use on this. Whee! It's actually quite fun almost letting the tractor come down by itself. And yes, this is also true. Hey, Connor. You just annoy people in general, Rob. That's that's kind of what you do. Thanks for the idea. Make sure it's Lego, Matt. I'll totally record all the sounds you need for it. Does the weight actually make a difference to how fast it compacts? Yes, Fergal, it does. It actually does. Wrapping FS19 is black. Yes, the wrapping in the bale wrap in the fact sheets today was black, but I don't think that's going to be solid. I think that the bale wrap in FS19 is going to be based off of this. You can choose your color. I think this is going to be the bale wrap for 19. It's white, black, maybe pink, and maybe green. That's why I was talking in the video that I'll probably use primarily black or green, because that's what I see mostly bales wrapped as around where I live. So I'm not saying you're wrong, Connor. I'm saying that there's a bit more to it than you're saying. Because there's usually a bit more to things And Giants usually like put out new features for the game in DLCs. Who's to say the ones in the fact sheet are usable? I would believe they are, based on the fact, Bradley, that they in that picture with the bales, they were putting a bale into the mixer. That would lead me to believe that they are usable bales. Also, the fact there was a bale shredder right beside them. Giants are getting into the habit now of putting kind of little teasers for other little things dotted around in fact sheets and even trailers. There's a couple of teasers, I think, in the Ravenport trailer that I missed for different things that haven't been announced yet, so I'm keeping my eyes open for reveals of that. And maybe a bit more information. I'd say, yeah, that's what I think too, Ernie. I think it's just that they're going to be bring forward the color scripting they did, because that's what they usually do. Is like they bring out this cool new feature in a DLC, and then the next game it's just in a standard. Because bale wrapping was in a DLC back in FS13. It was in the Ursus DLC, and then it was just a thing in FS15, and now they're kind of expanding on that for FS19 after the Coon DLC. And I'd expect as well to see a square bale wrapper. How do you get an Irish number plate? It's called Photoshop and editing the number plate. I took like half an hour to do this, maybe a bit more, because I actually, believe it or not, this segment here with the EU stars and IRL, I built this all up from scratch. I layered it all up. Because initially this was a UK number plate and I had to reskin it, and I didn't have a good blank Irish plate, so I manually made one based on a really blurry one that I managed to find on Google. Did I hear about the Soyuz failure yesterday? Yes, I did, Rob. Stage 2 of the rocket failed, and the launch abort sequence fired. And the LAS fired as well. Launch escape system fired off. For the first time ever in active flight, a launch abort or launch escape system was used. So that was both cool and horrific at the same time. Cool because they all came, they both came back perfectly fine. Terrifying because the launch escape system had to be used. Hey, you leaky. But in 50, 60 years of manned spaceflight, with the Saturn V, which it was a miracle that thing didn't explode every single time, with the original Soyuz missions, which were basically just people strapped onto the top of a ballistic missile, only in 2018 was the first time that a launch abort sequence or a launch escape system had to actually be used. In flight. There was one occasion where a Soyuz caught fire on the launch pad and the launch escape system fired. But it's the first one in at post-launch. What do I think of the 6M? I think it's awesome. I think it's awesome that it's not just going to be R series John Deere's. I think it's awesome that it's not just going to be John Deere Ors. It's going to be some M's as well. I think it's nice that they're... Yeah, it's good that it's going to be a bit of a variety of Deeres. I hope there's more than just the 2 or 3 tractors we have seen so far. I hope there's an older John Deere in there. I'm kind of hoping, honestly, for a fact sheet of just old-timer equipment. That'd be me very happy indeed. If it looks stupid but it works, it's not stupid. Exactly. If it sounds stupid or looks stupid and it works, well, it ain't stupid. It's just an outside-the-box solution. That said, the Saturn V literally shouldn't have worked. It was a miracle it did. The M is the lower spec John Deere's. Yeah. But it's nice that they're going to be in Farm Sim, you know. Usually, I'm not saying always, but usually when a brand comes into Farm Sim, they'll want their flagship models, which, you know, for New Holland is the T6, T7, T8. Case, they've got pretty much their entire range in now. Massey Ferguson, they've got a lot of their bigger stuff in. But John Deere are coming in with a much more kind of open attitude than some brands that have, you know, been in for a while, and they're bringing in kind of a nice mix of stuff. Not their best machinery, not their top end stuff, but their lower end stuff too. In the M series, definitely the 6Ms. You know, it's nice. You like the new Rostamash harvester? Oh, is there a second Rostamash? I've only seen the one that has the primarily white paint scheme, and that looks actually awesome. Genuinely like that paint scheme. Hey, Chris. Whee! So what we're doing now, if you're wondering what the hell I'm doing, picking up silage or picking up chaff and moving it back into the clamp, is I'm just trying to tidy this up a bit and kind of keep the clamp all in one place. Because I don't want it to spread out too much, because it'll open up really fast if I do that. Tighter in I can get it, the better. Forager slightly different, talking about the old style one. I don't think I've seen that yet. I haven't really had a good look at the website today. I had a quick look, but I was having some internet issues before the stream, so I had to make a quick change of plans and reboot my internet and get that working properly again. So, didn't get quite as much done as I'd like to have done. There's a lot of stuff that I wanted to do before the stream that I just couldn't get around to for one reason or another. Right, we're going to get this up to 100% compacted and call it good and clamp it and cover it up. The rest of the grass we can just make butt tons of hay with. Excuse me, door. I did not ask you to open. Close. Bale wrap is black now, not pink. It was always white, and I think that it's just they're bringing in the option for the color selectables from the Coon DLC. So it's not that they're only going to be black. And actually, Chris, white is also a realistic color for bale wrap. Just not around Ireland and the UK usually. It's usually black. But white is also an option available. As is green. Pink is also available. I've seen plenty of pink bales. So we don't have enough slurry to do the cow field at all. I want to actually just fill up the fuel bowser. From the UK, so you're more aware of black, yeah. But like, you look around the place, you travel around a decent bit, and you'll see pink is for breast cancer. There's also purple bales for testicular cancer. There's different colored bales for different different charities and different things. The whole colored bale for cancer thing is really after taking off. Can I? No, could you? There we go. Let's just leave that filling. Don't mind the fact that it's costing money. So we should be able to. Oh no, I'm not. I was gonna spread some manure or some slurry, but I just realized the Abbey is not currently fixed. I'm trying not to use the Abbey until it's fixed. Wish I could do a video of S19 when I'm previewing with Giants. Stay tuned, Chris. I'll be doing some streams on their channels. Like, I'm not just going over to play the game silently away from the community. I'm going over there to stream FS19 for Giants. So it's not going to be the case where I go over and you don't see me at all or hear from me at all until I'm back. I will be over there doing some stuff with Giants on the YouTubes and I think Twitch as well. A few other places probably. So I'm gonna actually not spread slurry. I know that the rules say I've got to spread slurry. I'm not going to until the Abbey is repaired. Because currently it's got XML issues that basically it conflicts with itself. And it is causing, as a result, a massive Lua call stack error, which can and probably will, knowing my luck, crash the game. So I'm actively avoiding using it, not because I don't like it, but because it's a bit broken at the moment. It's me on Twitch, no mention of YouTube. I'll be honest, I probably won't watch it. I don't have much interest in the watching the bale stacking at all. Yeah, it's funny at times, sure, but it at the same time is a bit kind of, it's a bit nonsensical with, you know, just over a month ago until FS19 that Giants are going to be in Switzerland in Bern at Eurofest streaming bale stacking in FS17. You know, it's not something I'm really interested in at this point. I don't want to call it boring. I think the stacking itself is good, but I think maybe there's a bit too much downtime in between, which there kind of has to be. Isn't Breast Cancer Awareness Month also Halloween? Yes, it is, Chris. That's why I've got the pink ribbon in the bottom. Hey, Faye. See, something I do every October is I change up the channel art. Every October that I've failed, done it every year so far, is I change up the channel art. I used to, when I had just a static streaming overlay, to change that to pink, but this one is animated and cool, and I don't want to try and I don't want to change it because I'll probably break it. That's why I got the pink ribbon. Well, I've got the pink logo as well. How is Dave? Dave is good. How is Fahy? How is Fahy today? Hey, Paul. You doing good? I'm doing good too, dude. I'm a bit tired, but that's not necessarily a bad thing. Hey, Dusty Dave. I'm just gonna make weird rhymes as the titles for a little while. That's kind of my the sub goes fixed. Not really. It's a really wonky, horrible font, but it works, so I can't complain too much. Hey, Llama King. Am I looking forward to FS19? Absolutely. I am super excited. You know, somebody's gonna come in being a cynic and saying, "Oh, Dave's only saying it because he, you know, he's in Giant's good books at the moment or whatever." No, I'm saying it because that's my honest to God opinion. There's, you know, stuff that I'm concerned about, sure, but like, actually, the ground textures, that's going to be the same as in FS17, or the way that they work. That's, I feel like that could be improved. There's a reason they don't want to improve it, but I feel like it could be improved. but there's a lot going for it. You know, it's much prettier. It's a giant step forward for Giants. Ironically, you know, it's a giant step forward, and it looks just so far ahead of everything. No problem, Paul. I misread your comment initially. I thought you said just get all three in a random order. Like, that wasn't what I asked. But I'm gonna try and get them in the order you asked for. I could actually just change the order, get the pig food mixer going, I think. How much is the pig food star? Yeah, let's get the pig food star right now, because that makes sense to get. We can afford it. And it can go... I'm gonna try and put it somewhere flat-ish. It can go in there like that. So we can now mix up pig food once we get the harvest done. So yeah, I mean, even people who normally are a bit kind of cynical and a bit... cynical is probably the wrong word. A bit more critical of Giants and things changing, things coming into the game. I've seen them just singing the praises of, you know, the Ravenport trailer that came out yesterday, the fact sheets today, and you know, Giants are definitely doing things right now. There was a time when every time there was a game change, just people would be angry because there was no information. Even Pedro was impressed, yeah. Like, Mr. Pedro, the angriest man in the world, has been impressed by FS19. Because he actually came into the stream yesterday, Faye, talking about how much he likes the map. The shop menu. That's something I'm looking forward to playing with. I'm gonna be curious how that works. Yeah, how are they gonna decide what's what? So I'll be doing some experimenting. Maybe not like on stream or anything. I'll be probably doing it off camera entirely, because I just want to experiment with some stuff and see how things work. And of course, I'm in the very unusual, lucky position where I can just straight up ask Giants, well, why did you decide to do this? Yeah, I hate the fact they keep changing the crop symbols. I'm gonna be so confused. The map does look good. The European map looks good as well. Felsbrunn, that looks amazing too. I mean, Giants have really upped the mapping game for 19. You don't like the new symbols? I don't like the fact that they confuse me, but everything confuses me today. I mean, I'm having one of those days. I was talking to Similandy just before the stream, and I was just sat here in utter confusion with the English language. So I'm having one of those days where just life is confusing me. Mainly because I'm tired. Even though I've had a cup of... one of the big cups of coffee that I reserve for the days when I'm super tired. I had one of those today. I think it's going to be a game where... Luckily, I'm saying luckily because it would have been a shame if there were two, you know, one or two bad maps in the game. Of the three. Luckily, it looks like the Giants maps are going to be really high quality, really good maps to play. Because it's also looking like it's going to be a while before we start seeing mod maps coming out. Just because maps take a long ass time to make, and even right now, you know, if GE was released right this second, it'd still be kind of a minimum a month to wait before we start seeing mod maps for 19. once it's out next month. So the longer it takes for GE to come out, and I've heard whispers that it might not be out until launch day. The longer it takes for GE to come out, the longer it's going to be before we start seeing mod maps. So that's just something you guys need to be aware of. You know, don't be expecting maps on day 1 or day 3 or day 17. You'll be waiting kind of a month or so. Is my PC overclocked? Yes. Yes, it is. Yeah, that American map. Like, somebody was complaining that it didn't look like America. In the comments of that video, and I kind of held back because there was the temptation to just kind of rip on them and say, well, it's a game, it's not based on anywhere in real life, it's not intended to be a realistic, you know, it's not intended to be a real world map, it's an artistic representation of America. So yeah, some of the stuff isn't going to make sense to you if you're American. It's made by Europeans who live in Europe and want to give the impression of America, so they're gonna do a lot of Americana stuff that doesn't necessarily make sense to an American. Not all processors are overclockable, and I actually wouldn't advise you overclock. If you don't know what you're trying to do, don't do it, because my overclock, the one that I did on my PC, is just a it's just something that I can do through my BIOS. My BIOS allows me to do it super fast, super easy, and minimum risk. Don't overclock if you don't know what you're doing. Hey, VF. Simulate has already gone to bed, believe it or not, guys. Because he's got to be up at 2 AM to get his plane over to Switzerland. Yeah, no, don't mess with overclocks. If you got an Asus motherboard, you know, you can play about with turbo mode. Don't overclock. Just don't. Because it's a bad idea. That's how you ruin things. What graphics card am I using? A GTX 980. It's quite old now. Darth, a man of many names. I presume this is the present you were talking about. Thank you very much for the sponsor membership thing. Join thing. I don't know what to call it anymore. YouTube keeps changing the name of it. I don't like it. Sim, I feel sorry for Sim because he's got to get up at like 2 AM tomorrow, and like he stayed up all night to. He was yes, he was live earlier on today because he stayed up all night, so he went live at like 11 o'clock this morning out of sheer boredom. I don't know if it was out of sheer boredom. I missed the start of the stream, but he was live with Mark Armstrong, so that was kind of cool. If you're enjoying the stream, by the way, guys, there's a like button down there. You can give it an old poke. Why 2 AM? So his flight is at 6 AM, and the airport requires him to be there 2 hours in advance of his flight, which would bring it back to 4 AM. I'm not going to name the well, I'm not going to say what airport. And it will take him 2 hours to get to the airport, which brings him back again to 2 AM. So he's at the very kind of, he's got to be up and going by 2 AM. So he's gonna have a fun day. Aberdeen. I'm not gonna say what airport. If you're enjoying though, you can hit the like button, you can hit the subscribe, and share and all that kind of nonsense that YouTube kind of forces us to say. What you can't see is there's actually a guy hiding behind me with a gun at my back saying, you gotta say all this stuff. You're a YouTuber, you gotta say these things. You gotta say them. You gotta say these things. Give him a coffee. Sim's been up all night to Pro Gamer. He's literally like had the plan of going to bed at about this time. NHF, I've just seen your comment on today's video. Did you call the Sweetmaker a sweet maker? Darth just spamming all the sponsor emotes. Secret Icelandic airport. Yes, I'm flying out of Reykjavik. True fact. Or Sim is flying out of Reykjavik. Whoever it is flying out of Reykjavik. You were calling it something else altogether. Why am I not surprised, Faye? I'm totally not on my phone right now. You're sleepy already? Well, that's a good thing, because you'll be in bed early tonight then. You'll be well rested tomorrow. How are we now, Chris? Are you gonna join into Landy's stream tonight? Watch us doing all of our things with our 60 million credits. Because we totally didn't abuse a glitch that was that we only knew about for a few hours before it got patched. Forza, yep. So immediately after my stream, I'm going to be hopping on TeamSpeak, and hey mods, have a bit of fun. Go over to that guy's stream and let everybody in there know I'm live. If he wants to pull that crap, I can get revenge just as quickly. Playing Fortnite, very nice. New Island fan. I don't like Fortnite personally, but I'm not going to criticize people based on their game preferences. Yeah, I'm not going to be. I'm not going to say you got bad taste or anything. I just, I don't find that game likable in any way, shape, or form. I'm also just gonna real quick do that. You're playing Oblivion? Very nice, Steve. I've still not even started Oblivion. That's something I've been meaning to do for a while. I think the mods are busy trolling the other chat right now. You prefer ETS to Fortnite? So there's a reason that I'm not at ETS or ATS on the channel for a while, and it's not that they don't really get views. It's that I've just not had much interest in those games lately. I've just not had any interest at all. LAX, Munich, Nuremberg. Darth, I would guess it would actually be LAX to Schiphol to Nuremberg. He has 9 viewers. Ah, who are they trolling? Somebody decided to self-promote. Somebody decided to self-promote and they got themselves banned, so I figured I wouldn't get mad, I'd just get even and send the mods over. What did you do? You didn't miss it. It was in chat, but only for moderators. I love that new feature of YouTube. It's not really new anymore, but I love that feature. I'm in one of those moods today. I'm in one of those moods. Also, I can smell delicious food, so I'm also quite happy. Oh, last night, if you were in Landy's stream last night, you'll already know this. I had delicious burger and chips. It was like, you know the quarter pounders you can buy from the shops that are like huge? It was 2 of those meat patties in one burger with like cheese and ketchup and mayonnaise, and it was just, I literally couldn't fit it in my mouth. It was so big and so delicious. And I felt so fat afterwards. See, we have, what am I doing with this bale? I have no bale. What year am I now? On now in seasons? Year 2, so like 2019 or whatever. Year 2 seasons. I'm gonna just turn down time to 1 times so that I can finish rolling the fields all in one day. Somebody's now angry with you. Oh, the roller. Rolling the fields. I should mention at this point that this roller isn't the idiot roller from in-game that deletes fields. This is the roller from Frontier Designs Farm Lone Wolf E898 that, well, let me show you what it does. It's field 7 that I've just rolled, so let's go to soil composition. Fields 2 and 5 here I've mowed as well. Field 7 I've mowed and rolled, and there's quite a lot more fertilization there. It fully fertilizes fields. And it is made specifically for grass fields, so again, convenience mod that I'm using. You know, I like my little convenience mods. This is a convenience mod specifically for seasons. You know the way that I say, you know, don't do that crap because you never know what'll happen? Yeah, that's one of those things. Why don't I use the weeder? The weeder only gives 1 extra level of fertilization. This is full fertilization. Pro gamer. This isn't just, you know, you get an extra level and you're good. This is, the field is fully fertilized. I don't need to touch it again until it needs mowing. So, you know, it's relatively slow, it's relatively small, and I kind of wish you could stick 3 of these together. I'm starting to agree with the people who say that now. But, good time getting on entrance to the shop. I love maps that have that. That's actually something that I'm gonna enjoy a lot if you ever get the map out. Because, I should mention now. I will be finishing Farm Sim in early November. I will just be stopping Farm Sim content in early November. I'm playing maybe some ETS, maybe some ATS, maybe some Transport Fever. Darth, you might be happy. I do want to do some Transport Fever videos as well. And find a way to make that interesting, because it is just spreadsheets. Does the weeder not do the same thing? It gives 1 level. This is all levels. You can get from 0 to full with this. Hello, GD. How are you doing today? That's not a promise, Adam. It might be just a lot of Flight Sim and some of the other games, a bit of Forza, Flight Sim. You know, it'll just be random games because Farm Sim is in the death spiral now. Farm Sim is in the death spiral very, very strongly. Darth with the $10 just for Transport Fever. Thank you very much, Darth. Starting to get sick of playing the same game. Yeah. That happens to everybody, though. Sometimes when I take a break from YouTube, I legitimately just do it so that I don't have to play Farm Sim every day. So Football Manager, I have a Football Manager game somewhere on my PC. Well, I don't know if I've got it installed. If I do, I need to uninstall it. I've got like too many games installed again. How's Dave? Dave is good. Dave is tired, which is actually good. And Dave only has to make the 1 video tonight, which is even nicer, because last night I was editing and rendering at 2 AM. Because I was hate when I have to make 2 videos in a night, like, for the giant stuff, because I've got to edit the giant stuff. Hey, Tom Jones. How am I? I'm not unusual. Nothing unusual going on here. Lemkin frame in the moment. Ooh, might have a look at that, Martin. Because the ability to have multiple of these would be really cool. You asked me a question. Is the question, what's new, Pussycat? In any case, go ahead. Absolutely, Ginger. That's why I'm... Please explain this new JCB. Well, the JCB 4000 series? It's the new model that everybody loves because it looks weird. As far as I can see, that's why people like it. You're starting your own farm, any tips? Gonna be honest with you, Tom. I'm not exactly known for being good at this game. I'm actually quite notorious for breaking things. Yeah, don't get big. Start small, work your way up. Always more fun. I always find it just more fun to start small, work your way up. Well, you find some mods that you find really nice and convenient and use them. Oh god, chat's trolling quite hard. See you, Chris. Hello, David. Get sheep and seasons. Yeah, actually, genuine advice. You bought 100 cows in a brand new JCB. You bought 100 of the wrong animal. Cows require many things for them to be fully fed. Sheep need grass and water. And if you get like 228 of them, like what I have, you can get tons of money super fast. Because I'm gonna zip. Apologies for the rule breaking here. But you see this? You see this pallet of wool right here? That's 82% full. That's probably about 30,000 euro. That's probably about 30,000 euro of money just right there. Made in just under a day by the sheep. And because I've got grazing mod, I don't need to care about how much grass they have, because grazing mod will take care of that. Rules. That's the rules for the stream, Ginger. I don't have the... I should really have a command for the Google Doc. Hey, CD. Oh, sweet. I won't necessarily be playing it straight away. I'll do some off-camera testing for you, Dusty. Because I don't want to just jump onto the map straight away and like have everything break around me. I'm sure if you ask nicely, some of the Frontier guys might be willing to help you test it as well. Hey, CD, are you working on an update for the Abbey to fix the errors? Because I presume you are. So I really want to use it, but I don't want to run the risk of crashing my game and corrupting my save if the Lua goes a bit too mental. Update's pretty much done. Sweet. Because I want to use it, but I don't want to Lua error it. Where's the challenge command still in? Because I'm lazy and don't delete stuff from Nightbot. Scared what they might find. Problems with the map that you can fix? Is this the Krusty Krab?
No, this is Patrick.
I had to find what button it was because I keep forgetting what I've named what. Actually, Viz isn't causing problems based on testing. It's not a Lua error, just a basic Viz error, which looks to also exist on any overloading tool in the game. See, the thing is, it's for me at least, it was pulling a Lua call stack. And whenever something pulls a Lua call stack, I just don't trust it, and I tend to not use it. So I've got the Abbey. It's sat at the shop waiting for waiting for some repairs. But I just with the call stack, I don't trust it to not corrupt saves at the moment. I know that it shouldn't, but I don't want to have to roll back the save at all. I also don't want to get rid of it because I like having an Abbey. Oh, hang on, that's actually... Expect to release the update today or tomorrow. Sweet. I just thought you said it was an overloader tool thing. The Abbey I have, I'm gonna save the game before I even attach it, just in case it does start pulling the call stack. I actually want to do a small bit of testing myself. This is just going to be a quick mini test. No, you're good now, Darth. Size 2019 looks so good. Yeah. If the error is caused by overloading, does that mean that the Abbey I have, because I did buy the overloader briefly in the stream where I had the call stack, does that mean then that this Abbey that does not have an overloader is good? So safety save right now. There's the safety save in. Just because if it does start pulling the call stack, interesting. And I should have... Oh, because I got this set on... I might need to change the config for this slightly. It will exist on version... See, it's not pulling the call stack for me at all. Is it when I detach it? No. It seems for some reason, and I have no idea why this is, but it seems like for some reason the error only exists, or part of it only exists when you've got yeah, standard and T-Reg. I should have hose mod installed. Do I have hose mod installed? I mean, I'm really confused right now because I could have sworn, yeah. Let's just buy a hose real quick because I have a confusion. Okay, grab that. Can I attach it to the Abbey? Yes, but it's a bit finicky. And by a bit finicky, I mean a lot finicky. Right, okay. And still no Lua error. I may be able to do some slurry spreading after all, guys. Let's get this over to the yard. Oh, it didn't work the way that I wanted it to. try attaching it to the back. I'm gonna drag the hose to the yard by hook or by crook. No. What does fold unfold actually do? Horse pack also has the air. Oh! I wasn't aware of the horse pack in the air. Can I put the hose up here? Oh. There was a thing that popped up briefly. This is a painful mod, oh my god. Hey. Victory! Also, I don't know how to use hose mod, so expect some hilarity right now. Because I've literally never used this mod once. Right. Let's pick this boy up. And I would guess that it hooks onto this. Yes. And then I need to park closer. This is the thing that gets sewage out of the ground. It's a hose to fill up a manure tanker. Or a slurry tanker. That... what? Left to lock. CD! You got a trigger in the wrong place. I'm learning slowly. I'm an idiot, but I'm learning. Hey, drum lover. It's not gonna come barreling out of every other orifice in this tanker, is it? Oh, look, call stack hang. No. So whatever I did at some point has broken it. I'm not running the game with the call stack. So, okay, I tried. I'm not gonna run the game with a call stack triggering like that. So I'm just gonna leave it reload here. I've just looked in the admin room, Yanis. That is amazing. That's why we safety save, children. We safety save so that when mods break like that, we can just nope out. I'm not activating the crosshopper. By the way, does anybody remember where... did I put the... where did I put the thing? Actually, the horse pack. Interesting. But that's why I did a safety save. I always safety save. I left it in the field. Okay. Back to the field we go! Oh yeah, there it is, dead center of the field. There's the train on its way around Shamrock Valley. You know, I probably could have ramped the wall there, but... meh. Hey, Shy! Let's just continue rolling. I tried, guys. I tried to run the Abbey without the error triggering, but it unfortunately did trigger. I just don't trust low call stacks. Now I happen to know Chris has been running that with no issues. Like, Chris hasn't seen a single issue with the Abbey. And I had no issues when the call stack was triggering in the last stream, but I just, for my own sanity, I don't want to run the game with the call stack in case it does corrupt the save. The other issue with call stacks is they can cause soft locks, which I also want to avoid, oddly enough. And a soft lock, if you're wondering, is where the game just, like, it's still running, you can still look around, but it just doesn't behave. Am I awake? Barely. It just does nothing. It's when you're like stuck in a tractor and it'll still move and it'll still do everything, but you can't attach or detach everything. Hey Jay, it's Steven as well. Hello, how am I? I'm good. Bit tired, but good. Yeah, Chris has had no real issues. I think he still had the call stack, but it's not a call stack that'll cause issues. It's, again, just a case of me not wanting to even risk issues with this save game. I don't want to, you know, the risk of having to roll back like a week's worth of hard work because I really wanted to use the Abbey and it call stacked everywhere and died. And corrupted the save. So that's where I'm at with the Abbey. I want to use it, I'm going to keep it. It's just that it's going to sit there for a while until the update's out. Which hopefully will fix the problem. Hopefully. Hey Nathan. And Aaron, hello. How many likes are we on, guys? Because YouTube still doesn't have the bloody likes available on the dashboard. Which YouTube claims this has all the information you need to stream. Where are the likes, YouTube? We need to see this. Hey, Glengar. You missed me flailing horrifically at Hosmod. 77 likes? Wait, seriously? Watching, okay. I can see that information. 31 likes? That's not bad. Let's get it up to 50, guys. Come on. Let's get those likes on the roll. I know you can do it. What I'm going to do as a temporary measure so that I can use Hosmod, because I kind of think that's cool, is I'm going to just get around some rules in the next couple of days. Specifically for the... I've never used it before, Glengar. I've only just installed it there the other day. Do I swear? Not on the channel. Or as much as I can, not on the channel. But what I'll do is I'll get around a couple of rules. I'll download a couple of mods that have Hosmod and don't have Lua call stacks, and I'll just money cheat them in as a temporary measure, and then once the Abbey's working again fully and I'm confident that it's not going to cause an issue, I'll money cheat them back out and just use the Abbey. So just so that I've got something that we can use in the summer for doing some slurry work that does have Hosmod, because I want to play around with Hosmod a bit. That's what my plan is at the moment. That's what the plan of attack is. Do I play Fortnite? No. If I do play it more, no. I'd rather gouge my eyes out with a rusty spork than play Fortnite. I care more about having fun than making money on YouTube. Never seen a nicer mod than that Abbey. Yeah, that's what makes it more of a shame that it's got the call stack triggering. Go play host mod again. No, because it triggers the error on the Abbey, unfortunately. Set the host mod up for digest state and got it working. Glencar, does host mod work with digest state on this map? Because I do plan on getting the BJ running at some point. And it'd be kind of nice to be able to use it over there too. Should do. Sweet! That's a plan! Why don't I use it as a host mod? Because it would still trigger the error, Ethan. What's that to use for my mods? Jan's mod up. As well as FSUK. The stuff that's not on the mod up is usually FSUK. The stuff that's not on either of those, it's almost always mod hoster. What is the error? The XML is a bit broken. It's calling on something that, according to CD, just won't stop calling a Lua call stack. It's from the horse pack that apparently just all it ever does is cause a Lua call stack, but I've never experienced that myself, I don't think. If I have, I didn't notice it. But I just... Something that I always do is if something's in a call stack, I just nope out of there. Yeah, it's not dynamic hosts is the cause. It's the XML itself, Glengar. The XML's causing it. But as a result of the call stack, I'm just not touching it as much as I can. That's why I just had it sat at the shop for the last few days. Is I don't want to even attach it to bring it over to the yard. Hey, Jake. It's literally just a case of I don't want to run the risk of the call stack. Nothing against the mod, I love the mod. Does CD have a fix? Yes. It should be coming out like Monday. Sunday or Monday. I think he said. So, I'll keep my eyes open. Because I really want that Abbey to work. Problem free. I'm giving a lot more leeway than I usually would, because usually if I see reproducible and taken from the horseback. I'm not saying you're lying, CD. I'm saying that I've never seen it myself. Mainly because I didn't think of checking the horsepack for errors. Because that was released officially through Giants, basically. I'm sure if I went in later on tonight and checked, which I'm not going to, I'd find the error myself. But, because I know how good CD is, I'm giving it actually a lot more, super hard error to find out. Considering how often I break things, I'd probably find it quite quickly. If John's completely finished FS90, there's always going to be stuff they're doing to it, Ethan. Why do I hate Fortnite? Because it's a game that I have zero interest in. People will not stop asking me to play the damn thing, and it looks like it was made entirely by a 6-year-old child. And it's just ridiculously overhyped for what it is. Oh my god, if you want my honest opinion on Fortnite, there you go. I actually would say yes. It's not PG. That's beside the point, Bradley. I wouldn't even play it off camera. I played lots of non-PG stuff off camera. I wouldn't touch Fortnite in a million years. It looks like ass, and the community is just incredibly toxic, and I've actually negative interest in the game. Is there a reason behind the rainbow, Dave, or is it just random? There's a reason behind everything. I swore? No, I did not. Well, you may count as a swear, I might not. I use, Fortnite is, yeah. PUBG's just as bad, to be honest. Was there a reason for the Dave in my name? Yes, my friends got bored of calling me by my real name and started calling me Dave. True story. Hey, Connor. Why do I have a headache? Probably because I've not been drinking water. Turn off VSync and frame limiters. YouTube went 144p per second. Oh, good lord, the potato. I like Black Ops. I don't like Call of Duty. I don't like shooters in general. There's a rare few that I like Wildlands, but generally speaking, I don't like shooters. Well, no, it's because I didn't drink any. Yeah, it's almost definitely... Okay, that music's not helping. No. I'm not dealing with that. See, something nice and calm that's not farting into my ears. Good lord. The only game with guns in it you like is GTA. I like Wildlands, I like Just Cause, but that's mainly for the explosions. I like strategy games too. I love strategy games. But like Fortnite, Call of Duty, nah. No thanks. PUBG, no, never. I've never played Jak and Daxter. I think I played like a demo for Jak and Daxter once, but I've never played Jak and Daxter. Oh, Spec Ops: The Line, yes, that's another one that I love, because that is such a well thought out game. Do I like Hoi 4? I don't own a Drum Lover, but I actually want it. It's on my instant gaming wish list, which I need to start putting into a timer. But I want to get Hoi 4. Downside of that is I would probably just do ridiculous things. And just download every Comedy Hitler mod and change all the world leaders to Comedy Hitlers. Genuine question, why is Comedy Hitler just such a meme in Hoi 4? Because so many YouTubers I've seen playing Hoi 4 have Comedy Hitlers. Forgot you Dirt 4. I've got Dirt 4 laying around somewhere. Red Dead Redemption 2. Faye, do you not have Windows 10 on your PC? Because if you got Windows 10, you can play Forza. I do not need Ark. That is a game I definitely do not need. That's a game I could totally go without, thanks. I'm bad enough with Crusader Kings 2 when I get into it, and Flight Sim when I get into it, and iRacing when I get into it. I always buy digital, Ethan. I literally don't have a CD drive on my PC. Yes, Faye, but you keep saying you're getting fiber soon, so when you have fiber you have no excuse. I've ever played Minecraft. Oh, good lord. Blast from the past there. One of Phoenix and Tomb Raider. It used to be good. Darth, I get super addicted to games. I get like... There are times when I'll just stay up all night playing a game, and that's not good. Just realised I actually accidentally left air hole running. Oops. Opened it up earlier to set all my AIs off on trips. That should take them a couple of days. I forgot to close it. You've bought games but not downloaded them. Well done, Faye. So I know really we shouldn't be working now because it is dusk and we're not supposed to be working after dusk, and it is kind of late and getting dark in game, but I want to get these fields all rolled in the same day. So we're just going to finish rolling field 2 here and then we'll skip forward into another day. Hey Darth, what happened to you playing thingy, space game? Whose name I've forgotten. Which is probably a good thing that I've forgotten the name. Elite Dangerous, yeah. Because I know you said you were getting ready to play it the other night and didn't hear anything after that. From the back lawn of the hedge into a mini field, good lord, no. Launcher takes 20 hours to open. It's a good game if you can ever get it running. Downside is it's super addictive. Doing like cargo runs. Simulator started doing bounty missions at one point, and he really just went mental with those. It's one of those games that, like, it's really good, but it's actually too good in some ways. And you just end up sitting there for hours playing it and not really realizing what time it is. At least with flight sims, they do kind of get boring in their own way. So you get, you know, 2 or 3 hours of flying done, and you're like, okay, I'm good now for a while. Just waiting for the game to open, stuck in a lot. That sucks, dude. You're gonna buy GTA last night? Dude, don't. It's Windows only. Like all good games. To be quite honest, I thought you were on Windows. What's that? You're on Linux. Why do you run Linux? I can see the benefits of having a Linux VM, but not a pure Linux machine. Like, see some Japanese maps on FS19. Get onto the Japanese modders then, Ginger Steve. What time is it? 25, coming up to 22. If you're enjoying the stream, guys, you can hit the like button, hit subscribe and all that kind of good stuff. Hit the share button too. Yeah, GTA is literally just a money grab for Rockstar. Like, if you do want to do anything online, good luck, because you're gonna have to pay like $200 in shark cards. Is there even one Japanese modder? I don't know. Find him. Find a Japanese modder. Your farming in Japan is like super small scale. It's the thing about Japan is it's so industrialized, and they're so reliant on kind of the electronics market that they don't need to care about farming. They can just import everything. Itchy head. There. Why are my eyes sore today? That's the biggest question I have right now. Cambodia, they have more agricultural stuff. Cambodia's like African farming as well, and Indian. Actually, like most of Southeast Asia, most of everywhere outside Europe and the US is primarily like super small scale farming. Even India, the equipment for the Indian market is hilariously tiny. Still, there's 3 Japanese geos. Yes. If you want to turn the West Coast into a Japanese map, by all means, go ahead. The Japanese, yeah, the Japanese really do love fish. But that's just generally true of most island nations. You find if you go to like a really far inland country, you won't get much fish. Hey, Murphy. If you go to like Luxembourg or Liechtenstein, you won't get much fish there. You go to Spain, Italy, France, lots of fish, because it's cheap and easy to get. Same as in Ireland. Lots of fish, lots of cows, lots of fish and beef here. Fish, beef and chicken, because everywhere can have chickens. They have some fish with their fish. Oh boy. I'm already starting to yawn. I've got no video recorder for tomorrow either, so you're gonna get very tired, Bo Dave, in tomorrow's video. Thoughts on the Halo series? I've not played it. The Master Chef, I think, is a really good cook. You've had no errors from the 3500. The difference, I think, is the 2500 has the overloader. Correct me if I'm wrong, anybody who actually knows the answer. I think the difference is the 2500 has an overloader. Now, if the 3500 is problem free, I might just straight swap. Because I don't mind using 35 at all. Oh my god. I don't mind using the 3500. The only reason I chose the 25 is because that's the one that I just have more of. Or no, not have more of. The one I see more. Has the overload pipe lure. Huh. It should, in theory, then... If the 35 also has the overload pipe lure, it should also, in theory, ping off that lure failure. That's really interesting that They both have the same Lewis, but one has the error, one doesn't. It must be something specific. I know CD's been saying it's a very hard error to actually cause. Oh my god. CD's been saying it's a stupid hard error to actually cause, but... I mean, he's managed to do it. Whatever specific thing he's done with the 25 has caused it. Am I getting FS19? Yes. I'll be buying it on Steam, by the way. I should mention this. Even if Giants give me a free CD copy of the game, I'm probably going to just keep that... Yeah, it might be worth testing the 35. Even if Giants give me a free like disc copy of the game, I'm going to have it on Steam myself. I'm going to buy it on Steam. Because number one, I want to give Giants my money. Because... goodness knows I get enough enjoyment from this game that they deserve some of my money. And number two, I like the fact that Steam auto-updates the game. I don't like... I'm terrible at knowing when there's updates out or not. So the fact the Steam version auto-updates is just kind of an added bonus for me. But, plus I always feel like if I buy things, I'm more likely to be brutally honest. But I'm not going to hold back with this stuff that over time I find I dislike about 19 or I feel could be improved. Because there's no point, I always say this, there's no point in just being mindlessly positive about anything, you know. The Abbey, I love it, but the textures, some of them are crap. And, you know, it's got that lure error that means I don't trust it right now. Do I think it's a bad mod? No, I love it. It's fantastic. Maybe Darth. I haven't decided yet. But, yeah, there's no point in being mindlessly positive and just only ever seeing the good things about everything, you know. You gotta know where... You gotta find negatives too. You gotta find stuff that you don't like. Like, I absolutely love my Stream Deck, but it's got this weird issue where it keeps disconnecting from my PC every so often. And it's probably down to something I've done. Also, it doesn't have some features that I really wish it did. And occasionally the buttons, like, get pressed slightly. So occasionally I press buttons slightly wrong and they trigger 2 through 4 times. So, oh, goodness. Everything that I find useful, I also have negatives of. This, my e-cig. I love it. It delivers nicotine to me. It's helping me quit smoking. Is it perfect? No, nothing is. Hey, Brendan. Yawn, RainbowDave. I know. I don't know why I'm yawning this much. It's actually irritating me now. So I apologize for yawning so much. God dang it! Hopefully this means I'll be in bed at a reasonable hour today. Hopefully. Name for absolute. Sam, you should be in bed. You should be asleep. You should be the one yawning, not me. Hey, Jamie. Sam, you got like... what, 6 hours until you're... no. 8 hours until you're supposed to be gone. On a plane. Or leaving for the airport, anyway. Oh my... what is wrong with me today that I'm yawning so much? Oh my god, there might not be a video tomorrow because I might need to just go to bed after I have some food. This is actually really irritating. How long am I streaming for? Another about 10 minutes. I need coffee, that would be nice. I might could have made myself a cup of coffee. What liquor I got me, Sig? Yeah. Shush, Glengar. I'm kind of glad of that as well because I found a new way that YouTube's breaking things. Because it breaks desktop notifications occasionally. But I was actually in bed at that time, Glengar. I was just verifying stuff because Darth sent me a message saying, yo, the video isn't working, Dave. And that suddenly got me into panic stations and made me fully awake. You need a lot of coffee this week and getting busy done. Red Bull! Do it faster and with more energy. What's the thing for coffee? Is it get stupid stuff done faster with more energy? Pretty much, Glengar. Yeah, I was in bed for about 20 minutes, half hour when I got the message. That said, I woke up at like noon, so I've been up and about since about 1 o'clock. Field has to be the death of you. But field deaths are the most fun thing in the world. Nobody ever hates drawing squares on things. That's a system I hope gets improved for 19. And we won't know until GE comes out. You're at work at 6 AM this morning? As opposed to 6 AM this evening? That's a weird turn of phrase. It's like, oh, I was awake at 6 AM this morning. Well, yes, because there's only one 6 AM in a day. There's 2 6 o'clocks, but one 6 AM. I use 24-hour time for everything, Darth. Like, that's why up here you'll notice in 24-hour time, because 12-hour time annoys me. 0600 morning time, working in a 100-acre field. Nice. Glengar's confused. There's 2 6 o'clocks in a day. You got 6 in the morning, 6 in the evening. There's only one 6 AM. I'll be awake for Landy's stream because I want to do some stuff on Forza. "6 AM is 6 in the morning, Jengar. 6 anti-meridian. And 6 PM is 6 post-meridian. You better... Oh, good lord. No, couldn't do that, Ernie. Even the 1 day for Germany is like... superimposing on me. It's scary. And actually, I'll need to be up early the Tuesday as well, because I've realised I'll need to be at the airport for like... for my own sanity at about 8 AM. Which means that I'll be up and about at probably 6. 6, half 6 I'll be up and kind of trying to get a breakfast. Before I fly out to Paris. And I'll get some food in Paris then. By the way, if anybody's been to Terminal 2 in Paris Charles de Gaulle in the departure lounge, if you know of any good places to eat around Terminal 2 Echo, 2 Golf, let me know. Because I'm going to want to get some food in Paris, because I got 4 hours there. And I think I'll just be in the departure lounge for the entirety of those 4 hours. Because it's a connecting flight. I'll ask Air France on the day what the hell is going on. But it's 2 Air France flights, and I think I'll be in Terminal 2, so if anybody knows of any place to get good food in Terminal 2 of Charles de Gaulle, please let me know, because I'm going to want food. I'm going to want to have a lunch in France. And a cup of coffee. Oh, it's such a ridiculous trip for me, because I'll be having, like, flying out, I'll be having breakfast in Ireland, probably a quick lunch in, well, a quick second breakfast, I guess, because it'll still be quite early. A quick bite to eat in the Netherlands, and then lunch in Germany. On the way back, I'll be having breakfast in Germany, lunch in Paris, and dinner in Ireland. Which I sound so international all of a sudden. I sound so cultured. Which, considering I was watching a stream before I started up where I was applauding the chill metal he was listening to, because I didn't think that was a thing. I didn't think chill metal was even a thing that was possible, but apparently it is. I was just kind of like, okay, I'm being cultured. Chill metal is a thing. And I realized that on the Germany trip I'll be having food in 3 different countries over the course of like 4 days. Actually, 4 different countries. Hey, Luke. How are you doing today, good sir? I think we should do some more Scoopy to Poopy. I think more Scoopy to Poopy is a good idea. So I'm gonna teleport over to the deer because I can't be bothered finding it. There we go. Scoopy to Poopy. And then we'll skip night. Because we need to skip night. Five hours driving Europe gets you across at least 2 countries. Depends on whoop to the scoop. Scoopy the Poopy. Scoopy the Poopy. Scoopy the Poopy. And because I'm just using the deer for this, because there's no need to grab the trailer, it's gonna be nice and easy because we can just bring it straight over and dump it into the pile. Which I can then sort a bit. But Landy should be going live any second now. Just looking at the time. Like 40... Yeah, there's even polka metal. Polka metal is a thing. There is a polka metal band out there. Don't forget to whoop de whoop while I scoop to poop. It is good to hear, look. Baby metal. Yeah, but baby metal. Why? I count baby metal as metal, but it's more Japanese. It's more J-rock than metal. Why is the pile up here instead of next to the barn? Because as time goes on, you'll see that pile getting larger and larger, and with the amount of cows we have, we're actually going to exceed what this can hold. So I'm storing it in the shed instead. So let's just skip to dawn here real quick. And we'll have to scoop some more poop, because the cows are going to poop overnight, and it's going to count. Also, the cows just give insane amounts of money, which is hilarious. Like that's 30,000 euro just from skipping night. As well as the 30,000 euro, we get basically a full bucket of manure. So, you know, we're going to be running this farm effectively for free eventually. As the 100 cows just keep giving manure. And slurry, for that matter, because there's going to be even more slurry in the pit. You know, that pit, I think we might actually get to the point where we can just manure the fields before we seed them and then slurry them afterwards. And we can actually get rid of the sprayer and all that kind of stuff. We're up, by the way, to 231 sheep. We've gained 3 sheep during the course of this stream. At minimum 3 sheep. Still only have 100 cows. But our sheep numbers are now at 231. And I would guess we actually have another full pallet of wool that we can be selling off at some point. Unless they've actually stopped producing wool now. Which they might have. Let's go have a look. Oh no, never mind. We've got... Oh boy, we've got... probably about 40,000 euros worth of wool. Nearly 50,000. Main goal should be... It actually should! Like, other than owning all the fields on the map, the main goal should really be just going fully organic. Because a lot of rules are evolving around organic, and I think that's going to be kind of the secondary goal, I think, will be getting all the fields. I think the primary goal should be running this farm solely off the animals and solely around the animals, because that would be kind of cool. But it is 7 o'clock, and I'm super tired, so I'm going to end the stream here, guys. Hope you enjoyed. I'll be back tomorrow with more farm sim, probably. Until then, yeah, stay safe and goodbye, because I can't think up a good outro. Bye! And a possible guy, I have a wheel, I'm just not using it at the moment. But honestly, you've gotta know that this ain't living. But we could run.